Hello, Real Swing skill seekers. Ron Sisson, professional golf coach and president of Real Swing Golf, bringing you the science of simplicity. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Rory McIlroy and his miscut at the 2019 Open Championship. Today is Saturday, the day after he'd missed the cut, and he started the first day with a disastrous 79, and then he shot 65 the next day, some 13-14 shots better, and missed the cut by one shot. And after he missed the cut, he was quite emotional as he, from the very first tee on, his fellow Northern Irish countrymen and women were cheering him on, egging him on to try to make the weekend, and he missed it by just one shot. So I want to tell you a little bit about why I believe he missed the cut. And it has to do with the principle of playing golf a quarter second in the future. What do I mean by that, you may be wondering? Well, this is the way most golfers play golf. And Rory knows better, but he made a couple of mental errors that cost him his chance to compete in his, quote, his home Open Championship. What I mean by playing a quarter second in the future is, as you're in the middle of hitting your golf shot, your mind is just a little bit ahead into the future outcome of the shot that you're hitting. Will I clear the water? I hope I will. So as you're preparing to swing and hit your shot, your mind actually isn't on the actual execution of the shot, it's actually on what's the outcome going to be. So Rory made that mistake on his opening tee shot. The day before in the practice round, on the first hole, he hit his shot out of bounds to the right. Now this is an interesting setup because you won't normally have a hole where there's out of bounds on the right hand side of the hole and out of bounds on the left. So in the practice round, of course there's not a ton of pressure in a practice round, you're just trying to get the feel for the course. So he hit his shot and oops, it leaked a little bit off to the right and he hit it out of bounds. After that 79, he told the press on his first tee shot, he hooked it out of bounds left. On the tee shot, he basically said that his hook to the left that went out of bounds was him guarding against going to the right, because just the day before, he had hit it off to the right. So the mental mistake that Rory made was going back into the past, which is now ancient history, dredging up a memory of a shot that he'd played just the day before on that exact same hole, and thinking to himself, well, yesterday I hit it out of bounds to the right. Boy, I better be careful not to hit that same shot today. Maybe I better draw it a little bit. Now, consider he's thinking about something that happened yesterday, hoping it won't happen again. So he's already projecting forward into a future outcome of the shot he's about to hit, his first tee shot in the Open Championship, in his home Open, in front of his hometown friends and fans. That's a lot of what I call mental noise. So what Rory should have done when he had that thought was back off, clear his mind completely, and decide on the shot he wanted to hit and then hit it. But he didn't, so he was thinking about yesterday's shot, and then obviously, I'm an armchair quarterback. I don't know what was going on in Rory's mind as he hit the actual shot. But if he's thinking as he's hitting that actual shot, don't go right, he might guard against it and pull it and hook it left, which is what he did, and it went out of bounds. He said that that shot kind of settled him down a little bit, but then from there, he had a few bad breaks, and he ended up with a quadruple 4 over par 8 on the opening par 4 hole. Now, that was one mental error that he made, and I guess it's forgivable because he really wanted to do well because he's got all this pressure from being in front of his hometown fans. But the mistake that he made that really irked him was he had a 6-foot putt on the 16th hole that he rolled by about 1.5 feet. And on the putt he said, well, it was a straight putt. I knew it was a straight putt, but I had this really strong wind blowing across. So I thought, is the wind going to actually blow the ball as it rolls to the hole and make it break when it shouldn't break, because this is a straight putt? So he decided not to play the wind, and unfortunately, as it went to the hole, it just veered right as the wind pushed it, and he rolled it by about 1.5 feet. And then what he said was, he was so upset that he didn't play the wind, he should have played the wind, and then he decided he was thinking those thoughts while he just thought he'd just tap in the putt like that. Missed that putt, it went from being a bogey to being a double bogey, and he might have carried that over as he went to played the last 2 holes, which he parred the 17th, but then took a triple bogey on the 18th. So had he not made those mental mistakes, he would have easily made the cut and had a chance to compete in the Open Championship on his home soil. So what I'm trying to get across to you, for you average golfers who are trying to learn a little bit, you may have heard the saying, golf is 90% mental. That is patently false. It's actually much closer to 98% mental, and here's why. As I've explained in other videos, a golf club starts at the ball, makes this 35, 40-foot journey in this huge circular arc around you, accelerating 3 to 5 times faster than top field dragsters can accelerate. You have to strike the ball in the center of the face to within a 1/16 of an inch precise, and as the face does a full 180 degrees of rotation from waist high to waist high past impact, the face has to be exactly square or very slightly fractions open or closed to create little fades or draws as a player is necessary. Because of the speed you're swinging at, the requirements for contact and squareness of face are slightly open or closed if I'm trying to draw it or fade it, you must have your full attention focused on the execution of the shot alone without any extraneous thoughts. Now that's easy to say and much harder to do, and I sure admire players like Rory and all these guys who play in these huge tournaments with fans all over the place and the pressure and all that sort of stuff. But for you average golfers at home, here's thoughts that go through your mind. Oh, there's the first tee and there's people watching. Oh geez, I'm probably going to screw this up. Oh no, not this hole. Geez, every time I play this hole, I always slice into that lake on the right. Sure hope it won't happen this time. What's my score, George? You're kidding. I thought I had a good score going, but I didn't have the card. You had the card, and you're telling me if I just do A, B, C, and D on the last 4 holes, I could get my record score ever? Oh boy, I was just having fun playing before, and I wasn't thinking about my score, but now that I'm thinking about my score, I gotta really try hard and concentrate. You see, all of these kinds of thoughts are what I like to call mental noise. So if your mind is not on swing club, hit ball, stand to target, you've got mental noise in your head. And because the club is moving at such velocity, you have to strike with such precision and such squareness of face, you cannot afford to have other thoughts in your head. So, as an example, I teach a lot of junior kids, and one of the things I like to do to have some fun is to hit the range card. So, here's the range card. So I try to hit these looping hooks and low ones to hit the range card. But here's what often happens to me mentally. Mentally, I'm anticipating hitting the range card, and so I get hit. I'm going to hit the range card, and it doesn't work. Whereas if I just see my shot and then hit it, that's when my shots usually come off. So it looks like this video is going to be cut a little short because of the rain, but if you understand what I'm trying to get you to get here, when you hit a golf shot, clear your mind. Be 100% focused just on being relaxed, make a swing, make the shot, and let the outcome unfold the way that it will. Don't let your mind go a quarter second into the future anticipating, will it work, won't it? Oh, I hope it will. You've got to clear your mind, hit the shot, and that's when you'll hit your best shots. Till next time, keep it real.